The following has been paid for by the Penn's World Order. Well, somebody listen to me. I put something out there on Twitter. I did a video yesterday, over 100 things on Twitter, and something happened as the Pittsburgh Penguins did a thing. They made a trade with the Washington Capitals, as Hendrix Lapierre is a Pittsburgh Penguin. Yes, this is a conflict of interest because he played for that team. Yes, I do a podcast about them. No, I don't care this might be a conflict of interest because you know what you can conflict. I can't bring myself to do it. Anyway, Hendrix Lapierre is a Pittsburgh Penguin acquired from the Washington Capitals for next year's third and a 2028 fifth rounder via San Jose. Let's talk about it for a brief moment. So, okay, didn't expect we'd go out and get another young defensive forward. This is a I can fix her type of signing, as Hendrix Lapierre is 24 years old, coming off of I think probably his second full season with Washington. He was a pending RFA for the Capitals this year. The 6-foot $195 forward spent last year with DC in skating in 74 games and tallying 4 goals, 12 assists, and 16 points, spending most of the season either on the fourth line or sitting munching popcorn up in the press box. Lapierre spent 5 seasons in the Capitals organization, splitting time between Washington and their American Hockey League affiliate. I wonder who that is. Let's see. In 158 career NHL games, he's recorded 13 points, 34 assists, 47 points, tallying a career high during the 23-24 season, where he had 8 goals, 14 assists, and 22 points. The 2-time Calder Cup champion. Gee, which team did he win that with from? I wonder where. Bam! So I had to. Played 113 AHL games, recording 27 goals, 52 assists for 79 points, while adding 31 in 48 postseason games during the Bears' run to the 2024 Calder Cup playoffs, with Penguins assistant coach Todd Nelson. We'll get to that. As bench boss, Lapierre earned playoff MVP. Yes, he did, with 22.7 goals and 15 assists. Prior to turning professional, he did his junior time in the QMJHL. So he was originally drafted by the Capitals, 22nd overall in the 2020 draft. If this kid's goal song isn't Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix, what are we doing here? So initially, when I first heard this, there was a lot of shock because, again, despite all my posturing and pontificating, I know players from here. All right? I know them. Yeah, I was there for that back-to-back runs. And this kid, Hendrix Lapierre, was really good down in the American Hockey League. Now, translating talent from the American Hockey League to the NHL is not easy. There are a ton of guys who have come up, done great in the A, and just never gotten time in the NHL. And there were high expectations with Hendrix Lapierre as a first-round talent. And he was expected to be a steady bottom 6 guy for DC. Not no more as he's being sent over to Pittsburgh. And I don't mind the signing because there is familiarity with Lappy. Todd Nelson got the best out of him. And look who's behind the bench in Pittsburgh. He'll know how to get the best out of him. And he's still in RFA, which means they'll have to get him to a deal or two. Maybe a nice 2-year deal, and just a nice 2-year deal, see what the kid can do. Keep him until he's 26 and see what happens. Who knows? He could turn into another Chinikov, a guy we get from another organization who doesn't want anything to do with them, and now we bring him in, and now he's playing really good. So that goes to mention we still got to sign Igor, but that's another show. I do like this signing because this is another youth you could bring in. Again, this means guys like Kevin Hayes, Anthony Mantha, Noel Acciari, bye. But here's your Noel Acciari replacement. If you need a player to kind of, put him up against, he'll fit Noel Acciari's role. He'll be a really good defensive forward, a guy you could put on the PK if needed, have him jump around the bottom six, maybe the middle six in an injury pinch. You could. But I think he's a solid signing. He's a 24-year-old. Buy low with this kid. Buy low. That's what you're doing with this. And, I know this isn't a signing that's going to blow people's socks off. It's not. But it does show that Dubas is still really committed to a youth movement. Now, I don't believe how Penguins Twitter is saying, oh, blow it up and tank this year. We're going to tank this year. What are we tanking for? There's no Gavin McKenna or star defenseman that we know of right now. None. In some way, you're kind of in the worst position you don't want to be. You're good enough to hang around, but you're not bad enough to tank. I'm getting ahead of myself, sorry. But I do like this signing. And if it doesn't work out, you kick him down to Wilkes-Barre. Oh, God. You kick him down to Wilkes-Barre. He could do good there, and you call him back up. But also, if I'm somebody like a Rucker McGroarty, I'm just looking at this and going, and realizing that if you're bringing in some more defensive younger talent, there are guys in DC, there are guys in Wilkes-Barre that aren't going to get time and either might want to start looking elsewhere or start learning Russian or Sweden and looking overseas. So I do like this signing. I really do, despite everything I've said. It's a solid bottom six. There's your Noel Acciari replacement. And you can sign him to whatever you want. A 2-year, $4 million deal? Done. 1 year, 2 mil prove it deal? Done. It's a name your price player. And you know you're not going to pay too high for him. It's a solid depth piece. So I like it. Now, Kyle, there's other players out there. I want to go out there and get them. Because at least in this hack size, tanking, I don't know if it's an option right now. Let's go, Pens. They said I wanted to do a trade video. Well, I got it. The hockey gods can humble you sometimes. Let's go, Pens. I'll catch you next time.